the fish tank guy store here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This morning I adopted 8 angelfish, as you're seeing them here in my tank. I just released them with these kois. They seem to be getting along. I've never had angelfish with kois before. I've seen other people do it. I've seen tons of different combinations of fish together that I have never done, but it seems to work for other people. And I want to really quick release these angelfish in a tank, so they're in here with the kois. Of course, if I see any aggression from the kois, I'm gonna move the angels to another tank or the kois. But yep, 8 of them, as you can see them. These 8 angelfish actually came from one of my longtime customers. She had them in her tank, and she was getting kind of bored of them. And recently, she bought a few African peacock alanocaras from me, and she's been loving my African cichlids. She loves my window tank full of African cichlids. So now she's making the move to African cichlids, and unfortunately, angelfish is not a good mix with African cichlids. So she said, you know what? Let me just get rid of them. So I got them this morning. 8 of them, as you see them. There's one really small one. Here you go, right here. That's that small one right there. Nice. This is my latest adoption here at the Fish Tank Guy store in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you have any unwanted fish that you don't want no more, that you can no longer care for, please let me know. The Fish Tank Guy store here in Philadelphia. I just had a customer just a few minutes ago. He just left. He was here, and I recently bought his fish tanks, his 2 tanks, and I adopted his fish. This was one of his angelfish. This, one of his kois, this Japanese butterfly koi, and this American koi over here. I adopted them from him with his tanks, and he just came in and saw them. And he literally was like, oh, look at my babies. Oh, goodness. It was just pretty exciting to see someone, react like that towards fish that he previously had. And these over here in this tank were also his babies. There's a Jack Dempsey in here. I go to Jack Dempsey back there. And a jewel fish. That's the jewel fish. And a firemouth. He did confirm this is a firemouth, although I wasn't sure because it doesn't have the red under the mouth, under the chin. So I was confused if it's a firemouth or not. But he was pretty excited to see these as well, because he says he's had them since they were like about 1 inch big. He's had them, about a year or so. So he was pretty excited to see his previous fish, his babies, so he calls them. That was pretty neat. Yep, just waiting to find them a forever new happy home. The Fish Tank Guy store here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. These angelfish look pretty. I just happen to have a customer, and his name is Angel, and he loves angelfish. So I'm going to hit him up in a little bit and let him know. Send him some pictures. Hey, I got some new adoptions, angelfish. He has a few angelfish in his tank as well. He had a bunch of them, and then a bunch of them died. I don't know if he bought sick fish from the store he got them from, or if something was wrong with his tank or whatnot. But yep, the Fish Tank Guy store here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell alert to get alerts when I post other interesting videos, fish adoptions, fish tanks for sale, fish tank accessories for sale here at the Fish Tank Guy store in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This big umbuna back here, that one, that's like one of the biggest African cichlid umbunas I've ever had. I got that one a few days ago with a few other ones with a 90-gallon tank that I bought. This one also came. It was about 8 or 9 African cichlids. That one right there also came. Let's see who else. That one back there, that one up there, okay. And on this side, that blue one right there, that one came from the 90 gallon. And there might be one more. Oh, that one right there, that one. That one came with the 90. And that one, yes. Ah, that one. I almost forgot about you. Yep, 8, 9 of them. Big pleco and a Synodontis catfish came from that tank. 90 gallon. Umbuna African cichlids. And then this is my smaller African peacocks for sale. These are the medium-sized ones, and then over here are the smaller ones. I sold, oh, y'all want to eat again. I just fed y'all. I sold 7 out of here yesterday. To a brand new happy camper, a brand new customer. This side, assorted African cichlids, which most of them are peacocks. There's a few haps in here. But yeah, $10 each, 3 for $25 and 7 for $50. So, you know, pretty good bargain. Here at the Fish Tank Guys store in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And then slightly bigger on this side. Again, I just labeled it as assorted African cichlids. $20 each, or 3 for $50, or 7 for $100. You know, nice variety going on over here. There's a headstander. That is called a headstander, an abramite. Pretty neat fish that swims in a slant all the time like that. You got some clown loaches. People see them in my window tank and always want to buy them, but I don't sell stuff out of my window tank, my personal tank. So now we have clown loaches available, and they do well in a school of 3 or more. So usually I recommend you buy, you know, 3 or more, not just one at a time. Pictus spotted catfish, super active catfishes. We saw a lot of them. Super active, swimming all over the place. Great bottom feeders and so on. So babies, what up? My finger. Babies down here, if you can see them. Baby, there they go, babies. These were born October 22nd, so they're already a month old. Where's mom at? There go mom right there. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. Trying to find mom. There she go. Stay still. That's mom right there with the babies. Yep. That's Mama Dukes. And then back here in this grow out tank, these babies were born August 20th. They're in here, and I'm about to move the other ones that were born October 22nd inside this tank and grow them out as well. I'm gonna decide what to do with them, but just growing them out. Babies are always being born here at the Fish Tank Guys store. My African cichlids are always breeding, always having babies. Over here, this is my 120-gallon tank. All females, 1 male. This is my dominant male in this tank. And the rest are all females. There might be 1 male dolphin head, I'm sure. The rest, to the best of my knowledge, are all females. And you know, let's see who mates next. Who's gonna have babies next. This is my 120-gallon tank. All females, African cichlid, peacocks, hap, that venistus right there. And here goes Bubba. Hey Bubba, say hi. Hey Bubba, say hi. He's in adoption 3 weeks ago. This giant Guami doing well with his tank buddy, African lungfish, also an adoption from years ago. in this 120-gallon tank. And look at this, my room divider tank. All of these babies were born here. The bigger ones were born this past summer, August 15th. And the smaller ones were born September 15th. And there's, believe it or not, over 100 inside here, a little over 100. And they just growing out inside this tank. People always ask, I want to buy them if I'm selling any, but at the moment, no. I'm undecided what I'm going to do with them, but for now, they're not for sale. Dragon bloods and peacocks. The dad was a dragon blood, and the mom was a peacock, African peacock. So this is my room divider tank. I can imagine how awesome this tank is going to look in about 6 months when all of these fish are about 3 inches big. How nice and full, crowded this tank is going to look. How amazing it's going to look. And then I don't know if you can see it with that daylight coming in, but this is my 155-gallon bow front window display tank. African cichlids. A couple haps in here. Mostly everybody's from Lake Malawi. 2 of them are from Lake Tanganyika. And a bunch of assorted different kind of catfishes. The striped Raphael catfish right there. He's an adoption from this past summer. The previous owner said he had him for 14 years. Imagine that. Kind of small in my opinion for 14 years, but. And here go my ghost knife fish, my black ghost knife fish. I adopted that one back in April, along with this albino beacher, this African dragonfish. They came together. They go my pictus catfish, my rhino pleco, my dragon blood. He was born here last year, February 5th. Let's see who else I have in here. This fish right here, this black one with the white specks all over his body, he's an adoption. I got him last year, January 2018. I looked him up, and he's some sort of African cichlid. It's called a tilapia, something I honestly forgot and been too busy or forgetful to look him up again and see what exactly he's called. Oh, here go my big Synodontis catfish. That's an adoption from like 5 years ago. My African leaf fish, there's 2 of them in here. They're adoptions from this past summer. Here go a bunch of my clown loaches. There's about 6 or 7 of them in here. That's my living stony right there. Let's see who else I recognize. That's my VC10. VC10 right there, yep. Just got him a few weeks ago. Got him from my distributor. Let's see who else I recognize. That yellowtail Aussie, that's an adoption from this past summer. Strawberry peacock. I bought that from my distributor. And most of the fish, most of these African, before I get to that point, this Frontosa is an adoption from last year, August 2018. But yeah, like I started to say, most of the fish in this tank, almost lost my chain of thought. Most of the fish in this tank are males. To the best of my knowledge, I believe I only have 2 females in here. And when I am 100% sure that they're females, taking them out. I don't want no females in here. I don't want no breeding. This way, no females, keeps the aggression level a lot lower when it's all males. And of course, males are more colorful, so they say, than the females. So that's what I want, a lot of color in the window tank. So a lot of passerbys. Is that the way it said? Passerbys? Passerbys, people walking by. The fish getting all the goo goo gaga eyes. Yep. This jewel fish right here. This is an adoption 4 years ago this past summer. They actually brought it to me on a Saturday like today. And they came all the way from the Poconos. Brought it to me. How awesome is that? Don't want to sell none of these fish. These fish are my pets, my family, my kids. People always see them and offer to buy them off me. And I'm always saying, no, they're not for sale. Sometimes I'll say everything is for sale. The price is right. But I'll say, you know, $100, $200, like an astronomical price like that. Leave me alone. They're not for sale. But if you're going to give me top dollar like that, I might sell one or two. You got to catch me on a good day. But I really don't want to sell them. This, here go my abramite, my headstander. And this common pleco, this is an adoption. I got this a couple of days ago with a 90-gallon tank with a whole bunch of African cichlids. And I don't know if you can see right inside there, right there it goes, right there, I'm going to point right there. That is a bushy nose chocolate pleco. That's an adoption from about a month ago. That was the last fish standing in a 55-gallon tank. And that is the biggest bushy nose pleco I've ever had. So I'm presuming that's about as big as they're going to get. They only get about 4 or 5 inches long. But, yep, my 155-gallon bow front. You can see that curve in the front. This has been my window display tank now for about 9 years going here at the Fish Tank Guy store in Philadelphia. And someone right now, he comes every couple of days, weeks, and he keeps saying he's going to buy this tank. He's going to give me what I'm asking for. I don't advertise it for sale, but everything is for sale. The price is right. And but he's talking like, you know, 1st of January, man, maybe ending of December, he's going to come. I told him, bring your own muscle to carry this out. And but yeah, I mean, not the fish, but just the whole setup the way you see it. Fluval FX6, 2 500-watt heaters, full spectrum LED light, UV sterilizer, the whole kit caboodle, so to speak. Giant Malaysian driftwood, river rock gravel, all this. He's going to get all this. So we'll see what happens in the future. I'll keep you guys updated. What new tank I'll have in the window tank as a display tank. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Thanks for watching the Fish Tank Guy store here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So, an adoption, I got a little beta. I practically never get betas, but got a little baby beta, female beta. There she go, inside this tank. So that's her tank, and she's sharing it with an algae eater. There you go, camera shy algae eater. Little tour currently what's for sale here at the Fish Tank Guy store. Oh, I almost forgot one last adoption. Butter Kofi or Butter Kofi. I adopted this fish early Tuesday morning, I believe. Lady had this Butter Kofi, the family, husband and wife, they had this with 8 other African cichlids. Butter Kofis are from South America. And, you know, the store that she got them from, they told her it was an African cichlid. And this guy was just, I mean, just for months, every now and then, fish were going missing. Fish were going missing. And I told her, I suspect it would have been just Butter Kofi. Butter Kofi, just a very aggressive fish, gets really big. Not recommended with African cichlids, but again, honest mistake possibly, or maybe the store they didn't know, or didn't care. A lot of stores, they pretty much just sell you anything and so forth. But not here at the Fish Tank Guy store. We definitely try to educate. We definitely try to let you know what you should put together and what you shouldn't put together. And although a lot of people mix, and I've seen them, I've seen a lot of mixed tanks, a lot of different stuff mixed together fish wise, but I don't suggest it. I don't recommend it. As you see my window display tank, there is no other than South American catfishes. There's no other regular cichlids in there other than just all Africans and so forth. But anyway, it's Butter Kofi in here all by himself. Probably mad as heck. Can't terrorize nobody.